Good morning. It is official Hawaii Day 1, though this is technically the second or third day of this entire vacation from the moment that we started trying to board on the plane. But we always call days, the travel day 0 because, it's not like a full day in Hawaii. So I guess we consider this official day 1 since we have a whole day here. And we are at the beautiful Holiday Inn Express Waikiki with a beautiful Waikiki here in the background. And we're about to go get some breakfast down at the hotel breakfast, which starts at 6:30. We love the breakfast here. It's actually one of the main reasons we booked this hotel. We booked it last year just because, we were looking for somewhere cheap. And not last year, last time we came. But my kids fell in love with the breakfast here. And it is a really nice place. We sit outside, and it's just got this wonderful little Hawaii-type vibe to it, and I love it. But after that, we're going to go do some hiking today. Something I wanted to point out that we noticed from looking out the window here, if you look over Waikiki, you look over out at the beach, you're going to see just beautiful clear blue skies and everything is wonderful. And then you look over the mountain range there on the windward side of the island and it's like clouds, clouds, clouds. And the clouds just kind of disappear at the mountain range. And so we're going to Kualoa Ranch tomorrow, which is on the windward side of the island. And actually parts of where we're going today are on that side of the island as well, but they're on the southern tip, near Diamond Head and things like that. And so I don't know if we're going to encounter any rain for the most part. But over here it's fine. We looked at the forecast, Waikiki, Ko'olina, things like that. They all look really good the rest of the week, but there do appear to be spots of rain on the, like I said, the windward side of the island. So there was a line for breakfast this morning. A lot of people queued up already, but this is their breakfast area. And you can come in here, and there are 2 lines that go around. So we'll just pick a line and start going through and getting food. Well, it got very crowded in there in a hurry, so I didn't film the entire breakfast area, but they have a whole bunch of stuff. They've got 4 hot meal things, a bunch of cereal, pancake makers, cinnamon rolls, things like that. We're out here in this area. This is where we always choose to sit and eat. We love being out here. It's a nice little temperature. It's a little chilly inside because of the air conditioning, but out here it's a really nice temperature. It's early yet, so it's kind of dark, but we just love the ambiance here. And here's a look at what I got. Of course, I got some pancakes drowned in maple syrup. I wanted Hershey little chocolate chip pieces. They didn't have chocolate chips as a topping. I was a little disappointed in that because I thought they did before. And then they had chicken sausage as their hot meat item for the day. They had some broccoli and bacon as well, but I didn't get any of that. And then I got a cinnamon roll. And then my favorite part is they have pog juice. And so I got some pog. As the, in their little juice bar, they actually have pog in their juice machine. And then here's what Amy got. So you can see those are the other items. Like I said, the bacon, the broccoli, they also had omelets and things like that. So pretty hearty breakfast. Really awesome for a free complimentary breakfast. And here is just the whole dining area now with completely full people. It's 7 o'clock right now, so only been open for a half an hour. And like I said, pretty much completely full, but it is a really nice little dining area. So we found some parking at Koko Head District Park. This is a parking area where they've got baseball and things like that going on. So a lot of these people might be parked here for baseball games because it is a Saturday. However, there is a restroom here at the trailhead. We're actually going the wrong direction for the trailhead. The restroom is down this way. We're going to use the restroom, which is located at the baseball fields. And then afterwards, we'll walk back up and begin the trail. But there is a restroom here. So I switched to my iPhone for a moment because it's got far greater zoom than my Osmo Pocket 3. But this is Koko Head, and I want you to see what we're about to hike up, okay? I'm going to zoom in there. You see that? You see all those people on the stairs there? We're about to walk up. Well, we're going to try to walk up that. I think we might be able to get up about halfway without much difficulty, but then notice how much steeper it gets. I'm not sure if we're going to actually
what did I get ourselves into?
make this or not. This was Amy's idea.
This was my idea. Now I'm
we did Diamond Head last time, and she wanted to up our game with hiking this year, and this is what she picked.
That's a little more than. We'll see.
Well, before we even get up to the tram line to go up the side of Koko Head, we do have to follow this concrete trail for a little bit that already has a bit of an incline. Hiking before the hike. Hiking to get to the hike. To prepare for this hike, we did go up Cow's Mountain, which is our own local mountain just outside of where we live, about 20-25 minutes away. It is the same elevation incline as Koko Head. We made it, did it fine. Actually did it fairly quickly too, I feel like. But maybe like 30-40 minutes. And the only difference is this is steps instead of switchbacks, and it's straight up, no switchbacks. We'll see how it goes. And here it is, the tram line. They said that, be warned, this tram line is not maintained anymore. But this is the hiking path to go to get up Koko Head. Because there's people coming down. And this is pretty much the walk, like the whole way up.
They said we already did 25 steps at the bottom. 25. Why are we going super fast?
Got a long way to go. Amy's like, why are we going super fast? I felt like I was kind of going slow. But I promised her, hey, get back here.
No, I want to get a head start.
Okay, I promised her that I would not outpace her this time. On Cow's Mountain, Benjamin and I didn't stop. We just kept going because my theory is on these types of walks, when you stop, your muscles start to fatigue, and I figure if I just go the whole way, I can rest at the top. It's usually my method. And there is definitely a long way to go. This is how far we've made it up so far. There's a 19 on the block next to us. 20 was just down there, so it's counting down as we go up. I don't know the spacing or the distance on it, but Diamond Head is off there in the distance, dead center in your screen right now. This is a beautiful view even for here. We still have a very long way to go though.
We're almost halfway.
We found a spot here.
We're almost halfway.
400 steps up. It's 1,000 steps, we're almost halfway. I'm getting tired though. So we saw a lady doing what Amy's doing right now, where you keep one foot on the side rail and it allows you to take smaller steps so it doesn't hurt your legs as much like stair stepping. And you go a little bit slower. The 400 steps only took us 11 minutes. And that's about halfway. So I think we're going a little too fast. Probably should slow it down. If it took us about 40 to do Cow's at the same elevation, no way we need to make it to the top of this in 25. So I think we should just take an easier go with this. That marking right there on the train track, you probably can't see it very well, it says 700. 700, just 300 to go. 300 to go. 700 down. We made it to the top, the very top. There's a platform up here, metal platform, just like at the top of Diamond Head, and it gives us a nice vantage point of the entire area. Very windy, not sure how well you're going to be able to hear me. The wind is blowing really strongly, but man, made it to the top of Koko Head. There it is. Let's pan back the other direction. You can get a good view of our view from up here. It took 54 minutes to get up here, 54 minutes. We took a lot of breaks along the way, a lot of breaks. I said at the beginning that my key with hiking is usually just powering through to avoid muscle fatigue, but it's not the muscles that get you on this, at least not for me. My legs aren't burning, my legs aren't really hurting. It was breath control, it was breathing, it was oxygen, that sort of thing. So about, I don't know, 700 steps up, I started to black out a little bit because I wasn't breathing properly. I wasn't controlling my breathing. So for the next 300 steps, I took it a lot slower, and I basically took a deep breath and then I exhaled on each step. Yes, it was slow, but it didn't hurt. It was okay making it the rest of the way up. I didn't have any issues. So breath control, probably the biggest key factor here. Definitely cardiovascular strength over muscular strength.
So this is as far as Amy and Benjamin made it. There is a platform. It's still at the top of the hill. I'm pretty sure it's still after the 1,048 steps.
So this is the 48?
I believe so. I think this right here are extra steps. Bonus steps to get to that metal platform we were at. The reason they didn't go up these is because there is a significant drop, like right in the middle of these, maybe like a 4 or 5 foot drop, and there's just gaps. So Amy was a little concerned with Benjamin going up that, so they didn't go up. It definitely wasn't too bad going up. The coming down was the more nerve-wracking part for like falling through the slits and things. But James and I did okay, and now they're gonna get snacks before we head back down. Again, there is a platform up here. You don't have to go all the way up to the top if you don't want to. There's a platform right here with a gorgeous view right at the top of all the 1,000 steps. I'm not sure how visible it is going to be on the camera here, but I'm zoomed in as far as I can get, and straight ahead there is a water layer out there in the middle of the ocean, rain, mist, whatever it may be, and there's a slight rainbow right there in the middle as well. I think you might be able to see it.
2 slight rainbows.
2 slight rainbows, Benjamin says. And now that we've had our rest, time to go back down, which is, I've heard, the harder part just because of how steep it is.
I kind of fly, not really.
Is it? Well, I suppose I have to go to Target while we're here and buy you a pair of shorts. It's not the end of the world.
About halfway up or down the trail, whichever way you want to look at it, they do have this danger sign because the tram line has a pretty significant drop off, and there's no ground like there is right here. There's no ground up there. So they do have a bypass, and we just came down the bypass. We went up the bypass earlier, but they do have a bypass around there. This is also the mark where it gets significantly steeper. So up until this point, we've been having steep tracks coming down, but it should be significantly easier for us going down the rest of the way now. Still looks like we got quite a way to go to get down here. I did find that running down these steps is quite a bit easier, but you still get tired. So I'm taking it easy right now. But running down them, skipping step, not necessarily skipping steps, but jumping over steps was actually, I've seen a lot of people doing it, and it's definitely easier for getting down, but you've got to have the energy and the stability to be able to do that. Well, Benjamin and I made it to the bottom. Amy and James are still quite a ways up there. We jogged down. I think I said that jogging down was easier. So we jogged down, and I can't believe we just did that whole thing all the way to the top. That's a really, really steep climb when you're looking at it from here. We made it! We're at a bench down here at the bottom. I feel like it was about 2 hours round trip for us.
Well, we stopped at the top for a bit.
Yes,
too.
I know, including all of the stopping.
Yeah.
It was probably about 2 hours.
The kids could probably have made it up in like 30 minutes, probably, because they're over here. Benjamin's over here running up and down like steps right now.
Are you gonna go back up?
What?
Are you going back up?
Yeah.
Go back up again.
Okay.
Even after all that walking, Benjamin is still just running up these steps and running back.
So we have seen reports, like when I was researching this hike, there were lots of people who were like, oh, don't take your kids on this hike, they won't make it, it's so many steps. I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like, no, take your kids, they're going to be the ones pushing you to the top because it's a lot easier for them than us. Because they were not phased.
No, not really.
At all.
But it's only 9:30. We still have a lot of day left today. We were going to go do the Lighthouse Trail, or potentially go to Waimanalo Beach. I don't. We didn't bring our swim clothes though, so we'd have to go back to the hotel if we're going to do that, which is fine. Like I said, we have a lot of day left. It just like did a little mini rain dump. It's not even like it pretty much stopped already, but it started, and Benjamin just took off, held his arms out into the water, spun in circles, and went, "Yay, rain!" He was really cute. He is an outdoorsman all the way. Camping, hiking, playing in the dirt, in the rain, in the creek, whatever. He just loves it. Now, we chose to do this hike when we did, which was 7 o'clock, right after eating breakfast at our hotel, for a couple of reasons. First off, here already at about 9:45, 10 o'clock, the sun is out. It's starting to get hot, pretty hot. Even though it's not even midday, it's just sticky, it's hot. And, you know, if you have to walk up that, we already sweat a lot. And it was overcast like this a good chunk because the sun was still behind the mountain. And so we had a lot of shade. And so that was good. we were thinking about doing it first thing in the morning. Amy actually, so we didn't talk about this yet. Amy woke up at 4 a.m. and couldn't go back to bed.
Yeah.
We went to bed at 9, and so she got 7 hours of sleep.
I went to bed at like 8:30.
I managed to go all the way to 5:50. That's when I set the alarm for. That's when the sun was going to rise anyway. And we always leave the windows wide open, or the blinds wide open in our hotel room to let the sun wake us up anyway when we're here. It helps keep us on California time as much as possible, because 5:50 is 8:50. So I figure if we're getting up around then, that's even kind of late for California time. But we usually just let the sun wake us up. Anyway, we thought about going. This area actually opens up at 4 a.m. You could park here at 4 a.m. And we thought about doing it early. However, we just didn't want to do this hike without any food in our stomachs, so we got breakfast at the hotel first. That was probably a good decision. As far as the parking situation goes, there are always people leaving by the looks of it. People they're starting the hikes at different times, they're finishing hikes at different times. When we got here, there were like 4 or 5 cars all pulling out around the same time, so all the spots are pretty much full, but if you just wait a little bit, somebody will probably leave. There's an empty spot right over here off to the left right now, and I did just see someone leave further up there as well. So yeah, even though there's not like a whole lot of parking, I mean, it's 10 o'clock right now, and you can still find some spots. So that was one of our concerns, and we always, of course, put things in our videos to help you plan if you're coming here yourself. Parking here at the Koko Head District Park is probably the best option. Well, now we're gonna do the touristy thing, and we just found a scenic lookout, and just decided, hey, let's just come over here and look at the scenic. Look out at the scene. There you go. That's a better way to put it. Look out at the scene. It is beautiful. Nice. Very nice. Let me zoom in here for you.
Oh, okay.
This camera is always very zoomed out, so like what you guys were seeing, this is probably closer to what we're seeing in real life, I suppose, in terms of sizing, framing and things like that, but it's a lot larger in person than it is on the camera. Let's just put it that way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I was supposed to use the word gorgeous. And that right there is the Koko Crater Trail that we just did. It's just on the other side of the mountain there, but we were at the very, very tippy top of that. James and I were when we were looking out and taking photos and things. Hawaii is just beautiful. Just gorgeous. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch day 0, the travel day, because I feel like I just used that word 100 times. We pulled over at a different stop now. This is a blowhole. You should be able to see the blowhole over there. There's stairs, so we can go down over to it. So we're gonna go down to it in a second. But I did want to pan over here and just show you there's a beach down there as well. I don't know how the people got down to the beach, but there's people down at the beach, people down in the water there. Beautiful little lookout here. So here's the blowhole. We just have to wait for a nice good. There it is. See it coming through there. And we just looked up the blowhole. Amy said she thought she remembered a blowhole. We looked up the blowhole and it brought us here to this parking lot. This is Memorial Day weekend, by the way. It's Saturday, May 24th, and there is probably like a good 8 parking spots over there, so it's not full. They're bringing in, looks like a Waikiki trolley tour right now, coming in through here. And there's, like I said, just a lot of parking overall here if you want to come do some sightseeing. For lunch, we came to Waimanalo to go to Ono's Steak and Shrimp Shack, and this is it right here. We just have to go around the corner. The entrance is on the other side. This is the back of it for parking. It definitely does look like a hole in the wall, but this came highly recommended. A lot of the places that we choose to go eat here in this trip are either recommendations from you guys, either like in person. We met a couple of people at Disneyland who gave us recommendations, or also just in community posts you made recommendations on places for us to check out. We also just learned from Reddit and things like that too, just reviews online. But yeah, we wanted to come check this out, Ono's Steak and Shrimp Shack. I'm not going to do any fancy footage this time. We're just going to talk as we look at things. I ordered a teriyaki chicken sandwich, and I ordered it with a side of fries because I figured Benjamin will eat the fries. My sandwich was the only item that we ordered that came with an option of fries. Benjamin wanted shrimp, and so he got some garlic shrimp. We're going to get garlic shrimp when we go to the North Shore a little bit later on. And we didn't want to overdo, like, you know, too much garlic shrimp, but Benjamin wanted some now. And he probably will not eat this mac salad, so I'm just going to have his mac salad and he can have some of my fries. And that'll be the way that works. And then Amy and James are splitting this 16-ounce steak plate. James wanted steak, Amy wanted steak. This is a steak and a shrimp shack. So, yep, that's what we got. And then they also got the side of mac salad. You do have to peel the shrimp, but at least it doesn't have the little shrimp heads on them. One of the places we were looking at, if you wanted shrimp, they had shrimp heads. I believe when we go to Big Wave, it's like one of the only places that I can get peeled shrimp, so I don't even need to do any peeling like this, which, well, this one isn't particularly hard either, though. How's that steak?
Pretty good. It's very tender.
It is. I had a bite.
Yeah, Benjamin's shrimp is, I think, a little bit better. So I kind of wish I got the steak and the shrimp plate, but we'll be getting shrimp later this week too, so.
Are you liking your shrimp? As far as my sandwich went, the chicken teriyaki was seasoned well. It was tender. I really enjoyed it. The chicken didn't completely fill out the whole bun, so there was a portion of the bun that like didn't have any meat in it. But it was, even the bun itself was really good. So however they seasoned the bun, like, you know, putting butter on it or whatever, it was pretty tasty. The mac salad was really good that the kids had. Well, Benjamin had it in his, and I ate his because I gave him my fries, as I mentioned. And then Amy and James split one. And the mac salad is actually a potato mac salad, so it's got little chunks of potato in it as well. And that was really delicious. Probably my favorite part of the whole meal. The most disappointing part was that mac salad was just this tiny little dollop. And I could have definitely gone for a lot more. I asked Amy, I said, do you think if I'd ordered mac salad with mine, if it would have been like a little dollop as well, or just as big as like the fries? Because the fries filled up the entire container. She's probably thinking I would have gotten just the little dollop, so the fries are definitely like a better value in terms of like food and filling you up. But man, that mac salad was really, really delicious. Definitely liked that the most. And Benjamin ate all his shrimp, all 7 of his shrimp, devoured them. I didn't even, you know, I was hoping he wasn't going to finish it so that I could have had one. but he ate them all. James really liked his steak, everything. All in all, this is really good. Very popular place. We saw a lot of people coming in and coming out, mostly locals doing pickup and things like that. I think this is more of like a locals type place. Right now there's a group in here as well that I think they're like with a tour guide, and the tour guide of course being local, so he knows the insides and outs as well. So this is just a really good place to come, like a local treasure, if you will. If you're looking for a place that's a little bit more off the beaten path, that's definitely local food, and you're looking for something that is popular yet not overly run by tourists, this is going to be, I mean, I'm saying that, and I'm part of the problem though, right? You know, every time social media, people start to tell you about things, then other people want to come check it out too, and then things get really popular, and it's not my intent, of course. I'm just letting you know that we came here on your recommendation, and it was really good. Well, I think we are going to head back to the hotel. We have one more place we want to stop. We were going to do the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail, but not sure if we're going to. But we saw this lookout spot on the way down into Waimanalo, and we didn't stop because we didn't know it was here until we were like past it. We were like, oh, let's go ahead and stop up there at that lookout this time as well. So we came up here, and it just, isn't it gorgeous? Or should maybe the new word for this video should be, isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. We'll see how many times I say beautiful in this one, but we just can't get over how blue the water is. I mean, it really is beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, whatever way, whatever word you want to use, it is great here. The Lighthouse Trail is actually, it's up this mountain that's like right behind us. We saw some people parked over here along the side of the road. I think that's what they have to do to go up on the Lighthouse Trail. A lot of people have told us that this time of the day, both the guy that we spoke to at Koko Crater and another lady we met down at Ono's Steak and Shrimp said that today is like, this is not the time of day to go on the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail, that it's too hot. It's very windy right here where we're standing, and it's very breezy, and I don't think it's that hot at all right here, but could be on the other side of the mountain, or actually I can see the walking trail from here. Could be over there, maybe it's a little bit further away and there's no wind. Either way, the kids are tired. They said that they're tired, they want to go back to the hotel for a rest, so that's what we're going to do, and then probably just go to the beach at Waikiki. But before that, we want to visit a shave ice place. I'm bound and determined to eat shave ice from a different location every single day of this trip. And today's shave ice recommendation from you all was Ululani's shave ice, right over here. Ululani's Hawaiian shave ice. All shave ice is not created equal, the sign says. This is actually right across from Leonard's, the Leonard's Bakery, like the actual, not the Leonard's not the Leonard's Malamus. Yeah, man. Not the Leonard's Malasadamobiles, but the actual like bakery over there. And so there is signs over here not to park for the bakery over here. No bakery parking here, but you can go to Ululani here. And that's cool in here. Look at that nice mural on the wall. That's beautiful. Aloha. And this is just a look at the inside of Ululani's. And here's our menu. Our menu is got a whole lot of stuff on it. Look at this. Look at all the different flavors. I think we're gonna go with the Sunset Beach. They're three most popular. It's Pog, but it's got mango as well. I believe that's what I listed when we looked at the menu beforehand. But look at all this stuff. Wow, that's a lot. Even got a bunch of sugar-free options down there. And first up here is the boys. They're splitting one, and they chose a cola root beer. I know you can't really tell, but there are two different flavors on there, and that's literally what they chose. No prompting from us, cola and root beer. Now, Amy was supposed to split the Sunset Beach with me, but instead she wanted to get a sugar-free flavor. So I said, okay, that's fine. And she got the sugar-free mango and pina colada, and she got the sweet and condensed milk on top as well. And this is the good consistency. It's like snow. And then this is the Sunset Beach. This is one of their three most popular options. And you know what it is? It's passion orange guava, except for it also has mango in it. So it's passion orange, guava, and mango, I assume, is probably the flavors that I'm looking at. Oh yes, also they said if I wanted ice cream, I said yes, and I asked them to give me the most popular one, which is a macadamia nut ice cream, so it's underneath there somewhere. Oh wow, I just took one bite. This is packed with flavor. It is super good. The consistency, like I said, it's that snow consistency. It's the best consistency of shave ice that I've had anywhere. I love this, and the flavoring is on point. This might beat out Waiola. We're gonna go to Waiola tomorrow, which is our favorite place from the last trip, and I'm gonna compare these, because we just had it today, and then we're gonna try Waiola tomorrow. But Ululani's may top Waiola. Like, this is so good. And we are back in our room now, and I just can't help myself. Okay, I can't help myself. I just gotta turn the camera on and show you the amazing, gorgeous view. It's a joke now, okay? It's a joke now. I mean, just look at that blue water. Amazing, amazing. We're actually gonna go down there. We're gonna go to the beach. The kids were tired. Benjamin was saying he was tired at lunchtime. And then as soon as we said, we'll go take a nap and then go to the beach, he's like, beach! He just wants to go to the beach right now. I said, do you want a nap? He's like, no, beach. So I think we're going to get ready and go down to the beach. I really need a new hat because of So what happened is there's a sweatband that goes around the top of the hat. And first, couple of months, it's fine. But then afterwards, it starts to, accordion. And that's what creates the lines on my head. So I need a new hat. But anyway, I was turning the camera on just to say that James is like, but what if I want to go to sleep? And Benjamin said, you can go to sleep after dinner, which is going to be their bedtime because we have a late dinner tonight. So Benjamin's like, no sleep for you. And just like that, we are headed to the beach. This is our pathway walk to the beach. I did switch over to my iPhone now, if you notice quality difference, stability differences, things like that. I didn't want to take the DJI to the beach for obvious reasons. It's water resistant, but not waterproof. Not that my phone is either, anyway, but I feel like it's a little bit more water resistant than the Pocket. So this is what we're using. We love this walk down to the beach. It's always just so beautiful. Look at this. You'd think that I would be used to palm trees, but these ones are exceptionally skinny and tall. And here we are, ocean. Benjamin is, I think I already said it in the video, but he's an outdoorsman, loves hiking, but he's also a water bug. We call him a water bug because he just loves being in the water, be it a pool, the beach, what have you. This is a good vacation for the kids, nice and relaxing. I mean, not that it's not a good vacation for me either. I just mean that our lives are so busy sometimes. It's good just to sit back and relax for a bit. Because let's face it, I switched to this hat because this hat doesn't have a crinkly sweatband. Walt Disney World, which is our usual vacation destination, is pretty much anything but relaxing. I do love that this water is much warmer than we have back at home though. The water is freezing, even though it's still the Pacific Ocean, the water is freezing back in San Diego. I said that last time when we were here as well. I grew up on the Atlantic Ocean side of the country, so the Atlantic is a lot warmer than the Pacific. And it's like, you know, being in heated pool water in the Atlantic. But Pacific was always cold in San Diego, but it's gorgeous here. So the boys dug holes, and this is about as deep as they went, but they're sitting in them. Benjamin has another one over here, and they're waiting for the tide to come and fill up their holes. Because if you look at the darker sand, that's how far the water has gone up. So they're just waiting and hoping for a big one to come by. Here comes one, here comes one. Oh, it got close, it got close. After he got out of it, well, his brother's pushing more sand in it. It's like after he got out of it, his hole actually wasn't too bad. He was just sitting in it the whole time. But they are both completely covered in sand, boys being boys. We'll have to throw them in the ocean to rinse off. Here we go. This'll get them rinsed off. This'll get them rinsed off. We're gonna go have showers anyway. How was your rest on the towel?
Good.
Amy got to just chillax on the beach. I was watching the boys, helping them build their holes in the ground, dig into China. That's what I always said that I was doing whenever I was a kid, was digging a hole to China.
Sorry, big wave.
Yeah, water coming down on our feet here. But we have a dinner cruise tonight, so we have to get all dressed up for it. So everyone's gonna go back and get showers, especially after that. We were sweaty.
Oh,
Amy
so
said
sweaty.
Amy said she never sweats.
I said that I never sweat. I just don't sweat as easily.
Yeah.
And man, I was dripping this morning on that hike.
And it wasn't even sunny
No.
on when we did the Koko Crater one. But
I would say like 300 steps were the hardest because it was just like straight up at that point.
pretty much. Time to head back now. We're only down at the beach for about an hour. We weren't even supposed to do the beach today. Remember, we were going to do the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail. And since we didn't do that, we had some extra time on our hands and thought we'd go down to the beach. Benjamin's a little disappointed that we left already, but again, we have plenty of water and beach opportunities during this trip, especially once we get to Ululani, between the pool, the lazy river, the water slides, and they have a beach there as well. So lots and lots of water opportunities. Mostly once we get to Ululani, our whole goal is to really not leave the resort. There is a day that we have to go out to do some sightseeing, since we were going to spend 4 days there, and the discount deal that we got meant bumping up to 5. So one of our sightseeing days got moved to during Ululani, but still going to have loads of opportunities for more water stuff like that. So we're headed over to the Star of Honolulu dinner cruise, which is over there. There's no parking there. We parked at the Topa Financial Center. It's one of the like 5 different buildings they recommended parking at, and that's just this big building that's right here. And so now we're just gonna walk over to the Star of Honolulu from here. And yeah, like I said, it's just across the street. And here it is, the Star of Honolulu. This is that boat that I told you was out in the water watching the fireworks in our previous video. We're gonna ride on it now, but we don't get a fireworks show because it's only on Friday nights. It was more expensive and an extra hour long. I think ours is just 2 hours, a little bit cheaper. So it was about $400, I believe, about $400 for the 4 of us. They said that boarding will begin in a minute, but please enjoy the show for now. So they've got some different dancers going on, different music presentation going on. You probably can't see it that well. I can barely see it that well from back here, but they do have something for us to wait with. Well, that wasn't long. They've already started boarding, and probably because we just got here right at the 4:45 boarding time. They did give us a sticker. The sticker identifies what deck we're on and probably what like meal we purchased, because there's several different levels of meals that you can purchase. You just sit wherever? Oh. We just got seated, and we were actually seated further deeper in there. There is a show, and we got seated with a really good view of the showing. However, it was in the center of the boat, and I wanted more of a water view, so I asked for that, and he was able to accommodate us over here. I know a lot of them are like for bigger parties, because they've got tables together, so this was a rare four-seater that was available that was against the water. I guess they mostly put the four-seaters in the center of the boat. But anyhow, I grabbed this table, and hopefully it'll be good for being, like I said, views of the water. Also, because we've got a wall up here next to us, I like that personally. Since I'm going to be filming and talking about the food, it'll be so that I'm not really interrupting other people. So these were on our table when we got here, some rolls and some butter. And they also brought by some Mai Tais, but we don't drink, so we did not grab a Mai Tai, but other people on the boat have already gotten Mai Tais as well. They have a non-alcoholic option?
They said something. They actually asked, do we want alcohol or not? And I said no, so we'll see what they bring.
Okay, what was that face for?
It's purple.
Slightly. You can't really tell on camera very well, but it does have a purplish tint to it. I think this seat's going to be great for the kids anyway. Benjamin has literally not turned around the entire time we've been sitting here. He's just looking out the window, so that's good for them. And this is our drink. This is a non-alcoholic. It's not a Mai Tai. I don't know what it is, Thai. It's just a non-alcoholic beverage. So how is it?
Good. Don't know what's in it, but it's good.
Is it? James said it was pineapple. Do you agree?
It probably is. But it's not just pineapple juice.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something else in it.
Like a mix of something?
I don't know. It's good though. We are on deck 1 for this cruise, which is the cheapest of the cruises that are offered for tonight. So ours is a buffet dinner. I don't know exactly what we get. I know I've seen the menu, but I don't remember what's on it. However, the other, I think it's either 2 or 3 other packages that they have are on the other floors of this boat, and theirs are probably plated dinners that are brought to you. I remember it being like a steak and shrimp, something like that. So ours might have a little bit more variety of food, but we're probably going to have to wait in a really long line to get our food later.
And it'll probably be lesser quality food because it's just buffet stuff.
Yeah, it's just buffet.
All right, be good.
He's being a goober. We haven't left yet, but we're going to the buffet now. They told us that we could go to the buffet, and I think they're dismissing table by table, and we were one of the first ones that were dismissed, and they said we just go down to the left here, and it's all the way down at the end, and we'll go see what we can get. So we have a big plate of salad here, and we've got some salad dressing, and we've got some veggies, and tofu, Hawaiian potato mac salad. We have some white rice and some vegetarian yakisoba. It's some fish of the day with coconut curry sauce and a baked miso-yaki barbecue chicken. And then they also have a carving station with some roast beef. We have pushed off now and we are sailing away. We can see the city in the background. We'll see just how much we get to see, but for right now, food is here. And I grabbed basically a little bit of everything that we showed you from the buffet there. A little bit of everything. I'm excited to give it a try. It does look like most of our view is going to be now as we sail away, because we're sailing down towards Waikiki, and we get to look out the window now. And then on the return trip, we're basically going to be just staring at open ocean. Yeah, maybe we will get the sunset. Maybe this is the best side of the boat. I guess we'll see. This is a sunset dinner cruise. I think it's a sunset dinner cruise. I mean, it's from 5:30 to 7:30, so the sun should set before then. That is the Japan Coast Guard. Interesting. The boat just started rocking, and I heard a couple of exclamations from people on the boat. And Amy was kind of like, yeah, that sound she just made. But how's the food?
Good.
The mac salad that we had earlier is definitely better than this one.
Yeah.
And this just feels like something that you bought at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But the chicken and the fish were very good.
As I said, I think the fish might be my favorite thing out of all of it. And the sauce is really good. So I've eaten most of my meal at this point, and the chicken and the fish were probably two of my favorites out of everything. The fish is probably my most favorite out of everything. Had some type of coconut sauce on it, and I really, really enjoyed the fish.
I found the food to be mostly okay. The chicken was probably my favorite thing just because it was seasoned well and sauced up well, and it had a nice flavor to it. I can't explain what the flavor is. Probably, like Amy said, like a coconut type based sauce on it. It was really good. But the other stuff, the roast beef could have been better. The mac salad definitely wasn't my favorite. The rice and the noodles, those were okay. And of course, you can't really mess up salad. So those things were okay too. But neither was this like my favorite meal, or even probably close to even like a mid-sized meal. I think what we're mostly paying for is the view, which we're getting a lot of right now. I'll put some of it on your screen and things what we got to look at as we have been floating by. Definitely right now we're getting city view. We're getting to look at Waikiki. We're getting to look at the mountains in the background. We're getting to look at Honolulu and different different cityscapes as we go along. But as far as the actual food, not really what you're coming here for. You're mostly coming for the cruise aspect, of course. We can actually see our hotel right now. If you see this tower with the two spikes on top, our hotel is 2 over from that one. It's that one right there. You can go out onto the deck, so you don't have to stay inside. You can come out onto the deck. You can, enjoy walking around, looking at the cityscape. Way zoomed out at the moment. That's why it looked bigger from the inside, I think. But it also actually just kind of looked bigger from the inside. That's a weird phenomenon that I've noticed sometimes. Then you can also go to some upper decks as well. I think there's a top deck if you'd like to go up there. You can also go back and get seconds if you'd like. We also got dessert, but we pretty much ate the dessert and forgot to film it. They had some brownies, they had a coconut cake, and they had, what was the green cake? They had like a green cake.
I don't remember. Matcha, I think?
Maybe so. But you can get seconds, no problem. They actually said that the lady said she saw someone get 7ths once. And right now they are doing the show. It's like a little luau type show. So similar to a luau, the show has a bunch of different types of acts, and the acts rotate and specifically what they're doing, and they'll do them in different locations as well, so you get a better view of some than others. I've also seen people standing up and getting closer, taking videos and things like that. And you can also still get out. Like, we went to the restroom still. We just went down this pathway here when they weren't using it, and we're able to go use the restroom and then come back. So it's not like you're like locked in here when they're doing the show. But of course, the idea is that you're watching the show while it's going on. So the cruise goes all the way down to Diamond Head Crater, and then it turns around and goes back to the Honolulu harbor area where we boarded the boat. And so it's currently 6:30, and it started at 5:30, ends at 7:30. So right now we are at the end of our loop, or the end of the trip, and they're going to turn around now and head back. So from here on out, we're going to have views of the wide open ocean, I would assume. But this is the last little bit that we get to look at on our turn of the journey. And after turning, this is basically our view for the rest of the time. Open ocean. When the sun sets in about 20 minutes, we'll go out on the deck and catch the sunset. Very close to sunset here. It's gonna dip behind the mountain range over there. So they kept the entertainment going from about 6:15, basically after everybody had finished eating, till we got back at 7:30. So that was, you know, they had something going on in there. You could, like I said, you could get up, you could move around, you could leave, you could go up in the upper deck. It wasn't like you had to stay seated during the entire performances, but they did have some sort of entertainment. If you did want to just sit in there, they had, you know, entertainment for you the entire time. Also, I noticed that it took about an hour for us to leave and get all the way down to Diamond Head, and then we hung out for about a half an hour watching the sunset, and then it only took them about 20 to 25 minutes to make it all the way back here. So they do take a slower journey down at the beginning, at least for us they did. So the side of the boat that we sat on, which if you were facing the front of the boat, we were on the left-hand side of the boat. I'm not familiar enough with boat terms to be able to tell you what that is. But whatever the case may be, point being, that the side of the boat that we were on is the best one for viewing, in my opinion. So just a couple of thoughts now that we're back in the hotel room here about the dinner cruise. I enjoyed the dinner cruise for what it was, which again was a cruise. Being able to go out on the water, the food wasn't anything exciting to write home about, but I did enjoy being able to see Honolulu and Waikiki and Diamond Head from the cruise ship. Is the, you know, going out on the water to do just that worth the $400? Maybe there are cheaper options. I've seen some catamarans going around, there's other boats going about, so maybe you can find some cheaper options besides, you know, like a dinner cruise, where clearly you could spend, you know, money elsewhere on better food. I don't know. I did enjoy it though. I had a good time. I mean, it was something fun for the family to do, and I did enjoy it. And oh, why did our lights just go out? Power. We just lost power in the building. Huh. Interesting. Oh. It came back. Okay, well, now that's something fun for the video. If you're still watching, I applaud you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I know it's not a Disney video. I know it's not Disneyland, okay? I'm trying to make these videos exciting for you. I really am. Like, each day we're doing something, I'm trying to, like, come up with something, like, big and exciting to be, like, a, you know, something special that goes on. So, like, Star of Honolulu was that, like, something special today. And tomorrow's something special is Kualoa Ranch. You can be on the lookout for that. We're doing the UTV tour. So we have big exciting things for you to look forward to in each video. That way it's not just like, oh, all they did was go to the beach again. All they did was sit at the pool all day. Amy says we about killed ourselves on a hike. Is that exciting? Hiking up 7,000, not 7,000, that would have been something. 1,000 steps on Koko Crater. But in any case, we're going to go to bed now, and I'm going to sign out. And today we'll do a different view of Waikiki. And this is, well, maybe even Honolulu. I don't remember which direction this is. But anyway, beautiful view. Enjoy it as I sign out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. Click the playlist on your screen to check out more of our Hawaii vacation videos if you have not seen all the others yet. And thanks for watching. We will see you again next time.